no wonder Marco Silva turned a blind eye to Everton's advances. At this rate he is heading for far bigger things. And no wonder Watford continued to insist no amount of compensation would see them release the manager, even if he had insisted he was keen to take over at Goodison Park. The Hornets celebrate Andre Gray's second-half goal. For just 12 league games into his life as Hornets gaffer, Silva's stock is rising by the week, just like Watford's position in the table. Newcastle became the latest notch on the bedpost, as Silva outwitted Rafa Benitez, no mean feat in itself, and sent the Toon crashing to a fourth straight defeat. And it was an especially torrid afternoon for right-back DeAndre Yedlin, constantly out of position and the unwitting scorer of the second. Yedlin first went AWOL when Marvin Zeegelaar was let in acres of space after 21 minutes, allowing him to pick out Will Hughes for the opener. Will Hughes celebrates his opener with Abdoulaye Doucoure Marvin Zeegelaar had to wear protective gear today after being elbowed by Andy Carroll. Hurello Gomez celebrates his side's opening goal then, right on half-time. Zeegelaar made the most of being unmarked again to drill in another low cross which flew in past the backtracking Yedlin's right boot. The Dutchman was sporting a protective face mask after his run-in with Andy Carroll's elbow a week ago. But there was no hint of highway robbery about this. Looney Tunes Newcastle have worst-behaved fans for third year with 111 banning orders. The points were already in the bag thanks to that own goal and Hughes' second in a week, following his effort against the Hammers last week. But any lingering doubts were blown away midway through the second half, again with Yedlin left in no man's land. Interactive stats. Click on the categories to find out how the teams fared. Interactive lineups. Click on a player's number below to see the stats. Dwight Gale in action for the Toon at Street James Park. This time Richarlison made the most of it with a clinical delivery that saw Andre Gray slide in and half volley home at the far post. Newcastle's bright moments didn't extend much beyond the odd half chance here and there, but really they did little to tempt would-be buyer Amanda Staveley drew up her offer to buy the club. Richarlison of Watford in action at St James Park. Facts, stats, goals. Lols. The Hornets have scored 2 or more goals in every one of the Premier League away games this season. No player has been involved in more away goals in the Premier League this season than Richarlison. Watford have now won more away points in the Premier League this season than in the whole of last term. Watford won both league games against the Toon in the 201,516 campaign, but they've never previously managed to beat them in 3 consecutive meetings. The Hornets have used the most players, 26, and have the most different goal scorers in the Premier League so far. Newcastle have the youngest starting 11 on average this season in the Premier League. The Toon have now lost 2 of the last 13 home games against Watford. Richarlison has now been involved in 7 goals in his last 8 Premier League appearances for Watford. Christian Cabasely in action against Newcastle. Star Jacob Murphy Social says, I'm pretty confident Joe Salou must have nudes of Rafa Benitez that he'll release if he gets dropped. Only way to explain how he still starts for us every game. Either that or Mitro must have put away Rafa's misses. NUFCNEWWAT